Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to Clumsy Flying. A little bit. How are you guys? How is everybody doing? Good evening, good morning, and I hope you can hear me. Should be. Scotsman the First, aka Mr. Michelin Man. Congrats on your purchase. You now have all major DLCs of ETS2. Nice. Alex, fancy meeting you here. I thought you were all the way back in the forest with Jack. I just got back, alright? Cool. Hey, Captain Smokey. Hey, Tom, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you guys for joining. Can we fly to the Key West? Unfortunately, today I have something else planned. We are actually right now in Utah. And I prepared a flight plan, so I'll tell you about the background. Canada flight, please. If you can find me some ortho photos, I'll be happy to try. New yoke. Exactly. So I got the CH Eclipse flight yoke last weekend. Yeah, last Sunday. And I've been really trying to learn it. It's quite hard. It's quite difficult to adjust, but it's so immersive, so much more immersive. 3 throttles, complete access, lots of buttons. Perfect feel for the civil aviation thingamajig. Hey Grace, no transcode live. Yes. Thank you for joining. Sorry for the buffering. Yeah, Twitch hates me. ETS intro on flying. We're going to South Africa. Where did you get the Africa from? No, we're not going to fly to Africa. I'm not even familiar with the places there. But maybe eventually. Right now though, we're still in the US. Have a look. Antarctica. So many exotic places. From my books at least. So, let me share with you. So I've been practicing with the yoke. Don't expect too much though. I guess I fly a bit similarly now to how I was before, which is not that good, but as long as you don't crash. I've prepared some explain videos as well. There are 3 of them on the pipeline. 2 this week, 1 next week. Maybe more eventually coming. We'll see. Don't expect too much either, but hopefully you will be entertained at the very least. Today I want to test something. So I want to practice landings, but I want to also travel and fly and explore. Yes. So I thought to myself, why don't I try to combine the two by making some kind of multi-drop flight plan? Because I heard that with FSEconomy, this third-party economy system for X-Plane and other flight sims, you can actually set up some kind of multi-drop system, and I wanted to test it out this stream. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, then we'll just fly. But this is my plan, so I'll share with you the medication screwed me over. Oregon DLC on sale. Oh man, bad timing. Your week is epic. Hopefully it goes better, even better. So let me share with you the flight plan. There we go. So we are coming from, let me zoom out here. So I've been flying all over the states, trying to cross through different states. I've been trying to download different ortho photos as well for perfect sceneries. You might have noticed the loading screen that is somewhere in the Grand Canyon, I believe, with the Ultra HD textures and whatnot. Looks beautiful. So where we are is actually right on the edge of Utah, I believe. St. George, are you guys familiar with that place? Haven't heard of it before, but if you look at the border, actually, I think this is the state border somehow. Arizona is over here already. Yeah, that one is in Arizona. Nevada is somewhere here. And in one of the flights, actually, in one of the episodes that's coming out next week, we'll be flying from somewhere in Vegas. I think it's the Henderson Airport, making our way all the way here. That's why we're starting off here in St. George in this stream. So we're starting in St. George. We are going to drop by. You can see the different waypoints here. These are not just waypoints, they are actually airports as well. So we have one 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 airports that we will be flying to with this flight plan if everything goes well. So that's more landings the merrier. And then we'll be trying to pick up and deliver passengers and cargo along the way. That's the plan, but I'm not sure if it all works out. So we will see together. Not only buffering, can't even see the video. Ow. Sorry about that, Grace. So you probably can't hear me. But how can... Maybe you hear me from time to time. Yar, Jack! How's my hunter friend doing? Really messed up saying Utah. How do you say Utah? Not like that? You get the message. That's fine. Tomorrow's the first day of spring. Wow, time flies, huh? Is it? Yeah, and then our friends from Europe will have their time shifted as of April, I think. Alright. So I tried to import this. I found some importing tools so that I can plan here in Sky Vector, and then I can immediately transfer that over to X-Plane. And that will be synced with the GPS. Hopefully it works. We will see. But yeah, this is the job. So you can see in the job for FSEconomy, you have a couple of things. We're starting from KSGU, delivering 5 passengers to KTVY. So that is from St. George to Bolindertool Valley, still in Utah. But on the way, we are delivering some other stuff. Some frozen foods, some baggage, a single envelope. And that's just to, how do you say, increase the flavor of the trip, you know, just so that it's not just a straight flight. Lots of stopovers and lots of landing practice, because I definitely need that. Going to stall, we will see. Maybe. Let's see. Also, we are going with a different plane today. You might have seen it in the screenshot already. I shared the screenshot of the yoke in Discord with a little bit of teaser on this one. So this is actually still the Baron 58, but instead of the B58, it's more like a G58 now because it has a glass cockpit. And it looks absolutely beautiful and modern. I like it, really like it. And this cockpit, the G1000, so cool. I showcased a bit of the features in the last episode, which will be coming out next week. But we'll see them again. Fancy indeed. And I'll try to fumble around with the controls as I'm flying, so it's going to be a bit more complicated, but it's going to be fun. This thing I like to open when I start so that I can hear the engine rumbling. The engine sounds are so good. I wonder if they have like tie-ups with EVR, because so good stuff here. Can I do a quick check on the maintenance? Make sure that everything is good, because I just crashed a few minutes ago. I told Jack and Alex about this while Jack was streaming. I actually crashed. The plane didn't get destroyed, so I made like a super rough landing. The tires are still okay though, but apparently I crashed because I lost fuel. All my fuel disappeared. Because I was practicing landing so much, I didn't notice that actually my fuel was running out. And then suddenly while I was in the air, the engines cut off and I was like, what the heck is happening? And yeah, so I had to repair the plane. You can see there is a quick maintenance here. Those are the avionics. I think they got destroyed along the way, but more or less the plane is still in one piece, so it's not too bad. Engines are still good. I did want to take the flight already. There you go, 5 business travelers. That should have synced my fuel as well. So we don't have a lot of fuel, but I think when we land on the next airport, we can try to refuel as we go. Whee! Boom! Exactly. Having fuel is advisable. Optional, hopefully. Wanted to know if you wanted to go to Bar Bingo with her. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that. Sick bags, exactly. Oh man, Chris still isn't seeing anything. Really sucks. Alright, let's go. So I do have the kneeboard here. I also set up some quick references, although I cannot really see and you cannot see, so I'll have to move it. This is, I mostly have an idea already of what I need to do, but it helps if we can double check, make sure we're not missing anything. Alright, parking brake is set, avionics off, cowl flaps are open, fuel selectors on, circuit breakers okay, battery switch on, beacon, turn that on, fuel quantity indicators, that's the missing part in my checklist, that's what I didn't check. Landing gear lights are all good, all three of them. Emergency landing gear hand crank is stowed, okay, good, next page. This time we do the thing. So thanks to this new yoke, I can actually fiddle around with the throttle much faster, much easier, and it's so good. It's more nimble and I can really adjust it now as I want to. So, and also the throttle. That is so cool. That because before, like when I wanted to lessen the throttle, I had to do it like this. I had to wait like an eternity for that blue thing to come down because I'm holding the keyboard down and it's just taking so long. Anyway, right, so mixture full rich, propeller full forward, throttle full open, so everything forward. And then this, here we go again, I suck at this when I'm streaming. And then we open the fuel boost pump, and then you will see that the fuel flow here will actually increase to around 8 or 9, and then we have to cut it off as soon as it peaks. So now it's rising, you see, and then we cut it off at 9 around that point, just to feed the engine enough fuel to get it started but not to flood it, something like that. Right, now that's done, set the throttle to 0, we increase it a bit, just half an inch, and we can start. It worked. You can hear one engine, that's the right one. Let's double check that it is running. Yeah, and the other one is good to go as well. Perfect. Alright, there we go, and now you hear the beautiful engine sounds. It's only black screen, no voice, not even a voice, so it doesn't even load at all. Man, that sucks. Hopefully you get it sorted. Can you guys help Grace out if possible? Okay, cowl flaps are open. Engine is okay. Now let's turn on the alternators. I also miss that a lot. There are times when I run out of batteries because I forget to turn on the alternators. That's good. Oil pressure. Now there is something wrong with this mod. It's not perfect in particular, and this is acknowledged by REP. So REP is compatible with this plane in general, but there are some limitations, especially the oil temperature and I think the pressure. So if you see the oil temperature, it's way up there. It's not accurate. You cannot rely on it. I think even the CHT is a bit inaccurate, and they say it's an X-plane bug. So Laminar has to fix that because they don't allow to override the oil temperature, pressure in the GPS, something like that. You can see the LNR. Can you see the LNR moving here? Can you see that on stream? Yeah, that's one of the bugs as well. Normally the LNR should be in there, right? Together with the white triangles, they're actually going farther and farther away. But yes, that's a minor thing. Essentially it works and it's amazing. Right, so let us see. What can we do here? We could be that. Avionics, we can turn it on now. Lights, let's turn on the lights. We will be taxiing first. Let's turn on the panel as well. Brakes, release and check. Let's do that quickly. So if I go here, release the parking brake, try if the brakes work. Yes, they do. Then enable the parking brake again. Apparently they do that even for commercial airliners. So I think you will kind of notice it moving forward and suddenly stopping, or not really suddenly, but stopping again. And apparently that's the brake check, and it's part of the checklist. Although it is a bit, I was expecting it to be a bit more nightish. I hope I can do this. Yeah, something like that I would like. So that we can, as we fly, we'll experience the full sunrise. Yes. Panel, let's turn that on. I think we can even change the panel lighting here. Increase that to be brighter. There you go. Here's how the GPS looks like. It's super high tech if you haven't seen it before. And here's the flight plan. It's the same one that you saw from Sky Vector, so I was able to import that directly. And then the altitude, you can see that's something I manually input. So those are basically the height of the airports above mean sea level. Yeah, so yeah, they're a bit high. Yeah, something like that. Even the even the letters are trying to get off. My goodness. Alright. Yeah, I know. So everyone's settled at the back. Okay, so okay, now for this plane, I haven't really set up the passenger seats yet. So we will not be able to see that properly right now. Can I open the door here? No, I don't think so. Apparently that's the taxi light. The landing lights are here on the wing. One on each end. Like if I open that, you'll see it light up. Did you? Yeah, those two. It's cool. But we'll turn that on later. Sitting on the floor. As long as you have a seatbelt, you should be fine. Right? Next up. Set the parking brake. Yes. I think we have to line up. We can line up in our... line up to the runway now. We'll just hold short of the runway. And I won't be using ATC because ATC, air traffic control, is not very good when it comes to mountains. They kind of like mountains too much and kind of want you to hug the mountains very well. Now where is the way to the runway? That's a good question. Might be that way, actually. So maybe, yeah, we can showcase as well this mod, because if I use, not really mod, but this GPS, if I zoom in, you can even see the layout of the runway, the airport, and you can see that we're actually facing the wrong way. So I should be making a U-turn, then turning left, turning right, something like that. There should be letters there, but I am too clueless to work with the letters. The taxiing route. Stadler and Waldorf ready for takeoff. Now I can relate, guys. Thank you for including me in that insider pet names for each other. Your pet names for each other. Bromance for the win. You were in another bedroom, helping your housemate with something. We are in Utah, flying from St. George to someplace. Don't really remember the stuff. I think we have to go there on that other side. And sorry, it's a bit dark, I know. But this is all for our benefit. This will... anyone there? No. This will help us with the views, the sights, when sunrise comes. Puppet names. That's more accurate. Puppet names indeed. There's also something cool with the GPS that I'll show you later. It's so nice. You can actually see if you're going to crash into a mountain or not based on the map. So there's like an elevation visibility. So it checks your current altitude and it shows you at that point you will crash if you go here. Here you're safe and all that stuff. Now I think this should be okay. This should be enough runway. This is quite a lengthy runway for, I guess this is compatible with the larger planes out there. Yeah, that looks like the runway sign. That red marker there. Runway 19 or 1. Yes, and we are going 1. Hold short here. Do our run-up checks. Maybe I should have done it elsewhere, but fine. Read that it sounded so dirty. Had memory loss. No, it didn't sound dirty. Ah, yeah, well, how nice of you to help him out like that. Cool. We're back in mobile and can hear audio only. That's maybe you have an option. There's an option in Twitch, I think, where you say audio only. Maybe that is checked. Make sure to find it. Alright, so let's check the flight plan. Let's do it leg per leg. We are going to KCDC. That's going to be 44 miles away, and that's around 5,600 feet. So maybe I can fly to around 8,000 feet. We can climb to around 8,000, and then that will set us up properly for a peaceful descent. So what I'll do is, if you see the altitude here, 3.5, that's the target. So I can bring that to around 8,000, like that, and later on autopilot can help me climb to that. I also have a new toy. I know I have so many toys now. This was recommended by Thaddeus, the Avitab Aviator's tablet. You can actually search different airports. You can have a real-time map. You can see like from real life. This is real life info. Real weather, runway lengths. Although it says length in X-plane might differ from real length because this is referring to the real airport. There are winds coming from 310 at 0.5 knots. Okay, that should not be bad. It's like a subtle wind that is a bit of a crosswind, but shouldn't be bad. Right, we are good there. 310. Let me set my heading bug there so I don't get confused. 310. There. So we will be facing around 1 here, or 10. Hi, this is Clumsy. We will be facing around that point, around here where the purple line is, once we face the runway, and the wind will be coming from there, so it's a bit of a crosswind, a bit perpendicular. We've checked 720p. Caps. Our pilot can't remember where we're going. We're going somewhere north. Hey, sports fan. Thanks for joining, man. How are you? Right, let's do the checks here. I'm missing some messages. 1 sec. That's reason to yell. Maybe that will jog my memory, huh? Yeah, Mrs. Clumsy even knew how to get out. She knows by now. Right, mixture full rich. Fuel is not too high, but we are landing somewhere anyway, and we can refuel there, hopefully. RPM increased to 2200. So you can see the RPM here. It's all digital, and it triggers my OCD because I really want it exact, even though you really don't really need to. That's 2200. Exercise the propellers, and I can do this easy now because of the throttle. You can see the revs changing there. Perfect. Lower the throttle down to 1700 RPM. And yeah, the sound is beautiful, isn't it? The sound is beautiful, especially with the windows open. Okay, that's 1700 more or less. Now we check the magnetos actually. Your phone lets you watch YouTube in 720 HD. It should be fine. I mean, even on Twitch, I can even watch J at 1080 60. So maybe it's the internet, maybe it's not Twitch itself. Right, magneto check. That's dropping by 50 RPM. Checking the other side. 50 RPM drop. The other engine now, also 50 RPM. And the other magneto 50 RPM. Yeah, perfect. We're good. So now we decrease even more to 1500 RPM. And then we check the feathering. How long should we be checking the feathering anyway? I think you just touch it a little. But feathering is when you set the propellers to something really low, like zeroing them out. And you hear that funny sound like something like that. Alright. Now we check we go to idle, we check the revs. It's not dying, it's only down to around 700 more or less. So now we can climb back up to 1000. We are good. Trim is set for takeoff, a little bit above 0. Flight controls, you probably should have done that. A elevator check. Yeah, it's working good. Ailerons are working. I think I should have to back a bit here. Ailerons are working. Rudder working. Okay, perfect. That's good. Doors and windows closed and locked, and now we are good to go. Manchester? No. Manchester was a bit filled with grassy and bushy runways. Welcome back, Da. Thank you for the bits. Depends on the size of the duck. Wi-Fi, yeah, that should be good. But yeah, that might be your internet acting up then. Right, time for takeoff. There we go. That's how long that is. How far away is that? 44 miles away. KSGU to KCDC. Right, and the runway, let me just get an idea. So if I input that here, KCDC, can actually see that there are 4 runways. The winds are variable. So, oh crap, that's actually very bad. Variable winds, so it doesn't say the direction because I guess it changes. It doesn't have a range. And then the speed of the winds are 6 knots, gusting to 15. So that's somewhere from 6 to 15, if I understand that correctly. So it might be pretty sketchy. But yeah, we'll try to land at runway 02 just because it's the longest one. And also, it's right along the same route as where we're coming from. Just for convenience, and we'll just wing it. Alright, have a good one. Yeah, no transcode. Yes, you can fly into any airport. So most of the real life airports are modeled in. Let's do this. Yes, that's also possible, Tom. You've seen last time we actually can land on hidden runways, grassy runways and stuff. Had to reinstall the app. Man, that sucks. Are we good now? My flaps are not set yet. Missed that one. Flaps 1 level down. Just verify. Yeah, they're good. Okay. I think we are good to go. Unless I missed something, but we'll know eventually. Let me put a bit of aileron. Actually, I'm facing the wrong way, am I not? Yeah, I'm facing the wrong way. So let me make a U-turn here. Good thing we practically own the runway. Air crash investigation's really good. We're about to. Vote of confidence for me. Okay, there you go. So now we are facing the runway. You can see the purple line. It's mostly similar to that. And then you can see the blue line, the heading bug. That's where the wind is coming from. That's how I mark it, so I don't forget. So they say when it's crosswind, you had to push like your aileron like that. And as you speed up, you lessen that. That's the concept, but I never got it, how to do it properly. So just be aware that I am a bit faily at this, okay? Anyway, it's not so strong, so maybe it won't be that important. Anyway, enough babbling, more flying. There we go. Keep it straight. 80, rotate. We are good to go. Take off. And now we can hit the brakes. And now we can lift the parking brakes, not the parking brakes, the gears, and the flaps. I even have an angle for that. How pro looking, right? Alright, let's climb. We are climbing to 8,000. So now we can turn on the topography, the one I'm showing you. The terrain rather. You can see that actually we're going to crash into everything else if I don't climb fast. So we are going to climb fast. The red things are where you will be crashing into if you don't climb fast enough. But I'm confident that we can do that before the mountains arrive. Something like that. That should be good. And I'm hand flying this at the moment. Sunrise is coming, guys. There it is. There it is. And now I think I have to lower my RPM a little. It's at 2670 right now. I think when you're doing cruise climb, you can actually go and 2500 RPM. You can see the map changing. Lots of yellow stuff now. And also I forgot to turn on my landing lights. That's fine. It's okay. There you go. Synchronizing the propellers so we don't get that humming sound. And I'm just going to continue climbing here. V1 and rotate. There you go. V1 is the speed. I'm trying to learn this. V1 is the speed at which you cannot prevent your takeoff anymore, or cannot, how do you say? Something like that, right? I think. So let's see here. That's where we're going, KCDC. There's actually a valley in there. So we don't really need to climb that high, but we have to be going there really close. We're almost there though. 7.8 is coming. 7,200 and climbing. Actually, I didn't check the altimeter, but I think I set it a while ago already. 3,009. 3,009. Let's just adjust that one bit. There you go. Going to try and slow down here now. Maybe ease up on the throttle a bit. Maybe push down a bit. There you go. So you can see the red things on the map are not anymore a problem. You can actually get to the airport now in one piece. And it's very helpful for me because you know the volcano incident, right? So we don't want that happening anymore. Actually, I went a bit too high there. There you go. V1 is the decision speed at which stopping is no longer possible. There you go. That's the one. That's the more accurate way of saying it. Thank you, Scotsman. And the airplane is committed to fly. There you go. It's the last point. It's the point where you cannot prevent your takeoff anymore. With that, practically a bit too high. That's fine. So I think now I can turn on autopilot. Let's go for nav. There you go. Autopilot. And then we can say, now since our target is 8,000, we can say flight, we can say vertical speed go down. So you can see the vertical speed is minus 300 feet per minute. So it will adjust me. And then once it hits 8,000, it will actually make me stop and level at 8,000. Something like that. Alright. But now I think we can cruise. and we have like reference charts for this, but I think right now we're just going to eyeball it. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's do it properly. Ludicrous speed. Which one? Me? So what I do is I go to the references. I go to the recommended cruise power settings, 20 degrees lean of peak. I do like the 23, how do you call this, inches of mercury. That's the manifold pressure at 2300 RPM. So I'm going to reduce the, I'm going to increase the manifold pressure. That's by hitting the throttle, increasing the throttle. I'm going to lower the RPM, 2300. Going to try and synchronize it. There you go. That's synced. You don't hear the humming sound anymore. And then we can see it says ISA plus 10. That's International Standard Atmosphere, something like that. ISA plus 10, so it differs based on this one. This is ISA, this is ISA plus 20, so somewhere in the middle, maybe. That's how I read that. This is 8,000 feet. It says manifold pressure should be around 22. Okay. So let me lessen that to 22. 21 point, maybe that's too much. Let me get back to chat in a bit, right? Let me just balance this. And then it says the GPH, the mixture, should be around 14. Wait a minute. Recommended cruise power settings. Yes, 14. That's a bit high, isn't it? But fine. Right, so right now it's at 19. That's really chugging around fuel. So this guy is saying it should be okay until 14 and 14.5. So around 14.2 is the peak. And we want it lean of peak. So maybe 14.2, around that point, I think, is the lean of peak already. Because it does say so in the chart. Yeah, that one. 14.2. No, that is actually, yeah, that's actually the peak. So we have to lessen it somehow. That way. Unfortunately, the temperatures are not accurate, so you have to just kind of eyeball it. So that's the lack in this mod. Can't really see it that much. That's a movie reference. Ah, Spaceball. Yes, isn't that like the spoof for Star Wars? Or is that a different one? Here we go with the sightseeing, guys. I actually found a nice feature as well in X camera. You can create an orbit and you can say, like, you can start at 90 degrees or 180 degrees. And then you can rotate, and then you can say continuous rotation. This is for the, how do you say, the beautiful scenic shot, basically. So we can go and check that out. There, that's how it looks. Cinematic vibes. And then once it faces front, there will be a volcano in front of us. Hopefully not. They blow up the spaceship. That's a vacuum cleaner. That's supposedly the Death Star, I guess, huh? Fancy again, yeah. The toys I've been getting, huh? But it's all cool. It's super cool. People can come up with so much creative goodness. And it's as amazing. The sound is always as amazing as you can imagine. But hey, that's cheating. You cannot actually pause the orbit. Oh, dang it. Alright, fine. We'll have to do it differently then. That's the view from the right side, view from the front, and the left side. I think I like the right side best. Nice. Alright, let us go to exterior and take a shot at this. Get one shot before we crash. Let's include the sun, because it's a bit of a shame not to include it. Yeah, beautiful morning. Getting ready for the flight out. It's going to be a long trip. Lots of stopovers. And then it even comes, remember this tool that I have for the automatic FPS adjustment? So it lessens the quality, the video quality, the graphics settings, so that you have a sustainable FPS. But it also has a screenshot feature that if you press that, it will max all your graphics settings just for that screenshot, so everything looks the best as it can be. And then it sets back the graphics to how it was before. It's super smart. So you're sure that whenever you're taking a screenshot, it's always with the max settings. It's very smart. Too bad we can fly over. We can fly over Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, that would have been nice, huh? Yeah. Maybe I should have done that in the episode. I actually forgot about that. Totally skipped it. Does anyone know if the Henderson International or Henderson Airport, which says it's in Las Vegas, is it near the Vegas Strip? Because I was there in the episode that's coming next week. Okay, that it's very gusty. You can feel the shakiness in here. Monument Valley would have been good too. Monument Valley. It was east of where we started. Oh, is it? So we can actually use the map for that, this one. So there's a map feature here which is getting from OpenStreetMap. So we can actually look at it like this. We zoom out a little. So from KSGU, from St. George, it was to the east. So St. George is here. Is that one? Hurricane. The Monument Valley. Fallout New Vegas. Is it anywhere near here? If Clumsy flies over Henderson Executive, drop me off. That's the town where your GF lives in. Ah, cool. Yeah, we started there. So the episode next week will start there. Actually, so you'll feel right at home. Is it anywhere there? Thank you for following and welcome to the stream. Feel free to say hi so we can all give you a proper welcome. Or you can also lurk away, no worries. Where is Monument Valley? North of Kayenta, Arizona. Aha. Arizona is here below the purple line. But where is... Zoom out a little. How far are we? 50 nautical miles away. I think we should start descending after a while. ETE is... I still don't know what ETE means. We should go to 6.6. I think we should do that now. One sec, guys. Huh? So what I'll do is I'll change the altitude to 6.6. Something like that. And I'll say, go down. Start going down now. There you go. And also, lessen the throttle because it's going to be very fast otherwise. There you go. Hey Patrick, welcome back. Plane is dancing to the music. That's true. That's true. Flagstaff. Where is Kayenta? Apparently I haven't done enough trucking. Gallup is in New Mexico already, if I remember correctly. So Kayenta is probably somewhere here. Yeah, I haven't done enough ATS apparently because I have not memorized where the where Kayenta is. That's New Mexico. How are you doing, Patrick? Estimated time to evacuate. A third of the way from the right side of Arizona. A third of the way. Okay, so this is the right side of Arizona. That is the edge. So a third of the way is around here. There we go. Kayenta. Ah, wow, you give some really good directions, Alex. I am a bit scared about that point. We're actually a bit low, aren't we? We are actually a bit low. And look at how gusty that is. Goodness, that is so unstable. Can we even land on the airport there? We are going to pass through some yellow stuff. I think that probably means it's around 1,000 miles below, because the airport is around less than 1,000, not miles, feet below us. Airport should be that one. Yes, okay, I see it. Field in sight. Have a look at the winds. Refresh that thing. It's still the same variable. 6 gusting 15. I have no clue how to land in this case, guys, so I think we might just encounter our first crash here. It's a nice long runway down there. Google Maps for the win. Just found out that you have to fly out to Charlotte, North Carolina for job training. Ooh, cool. Are you excited, or is it a hassle for you? Let me go and switch to... Actually, I'm a bit too slow, huh? So let me max the propellers. Sorry for the humming. Let me max the mixture. And I should actually double check my stuff here. My checklist. Take off. I actually forgot to close my flaps, cowl flaps. That's fine. We're about to land anyway. Propellers 2500, yeah. Engine temperature. Good. Cowl flaps, yeah, I should close them when you're cruising. Descent, altimeter set, mixture full set. Cowl flaps closed. Oh, closed. But as required landing. Okay, so we can have an option to enable it. Fuller tank, okay. Flaps full. I think you have to turn on your landing lights as well. That's what I missed. Yes, that's what I always forget. If I can click it, that is. With all the shaking. Brace yourselves, guys. This is happening. Flaps, 1 level. Gear down. I am below 152 knots. Henderson would be south of the Vegas Strip, but quite close. Man, I could have done that. Yeah, I forgot. Missed it. We're a bit high. I think I can actually go more flaps. Can anyone see a windsock somewhere? Is that the windsock? That is the windsock. It looks to be a headwind. Gusty, but headwind. Doesn't seem so violent. There we go. But based on the feeling, kind of feels like we're crabbing a bit. Brace for impact. This is what you call not a stable approach. Not a stable approach at all. Okay. Oh crap, look at the map on the right side with the red stuff starting to come up. Is it a bit crosswindy? Not really. Oh crap. Crap. It's a bit unstable, guys, I know. Oh crap! Okay, something went definitely wrong there. And I'm not proud of that at all. Oh my goodness. But the plane is still good, although it does say that we got wasted. So I think you might need your bags. You were looking for a crash, I think you got it. Goodness, that is something I have not practiced yet. My bad. We'll have to do a bit of checking here and there to see how the plane looks like now. At least I'm not dead. If I out. Yeah, not my proudest moment right there. But it will have to do somewhat. Okay, one sec. Maybe not the best for landing practice with the gusty winds. Phew, that was a miss. Goodness. Okay. Did you stop? I think we just stopped. Let's just stop here. Pick up the cargo that we're planning. It's all good except you have no neck. I think we have to stop by admin over here. We just encountered a bit of a quote-unquote firm landing. I think our left engine actually broke. Oh, rip. Can we restart it somehow? I'm not so sure. We can try. Nope, nothing there. Well, that's a bit sucky. Necks are overrated. Bye, left propeller. Gone with the wind. Okay, that might not have been ideal. Alright, so we'll have to turn off the plane then. That means let's turn off the lights here. Not a good start. Prop strike. Something looks wrong with that side of the engine. Something feels off and I can't quite place it. Turn off avionics before we turn off the engine. Turn everything off. If propellers had a price here, I would have been doomed with the maintenance. Okay, so what we can do here is actually... So the way we do this, I think, is we can pick up someone. Like if I finish this... There we go, that's done. Total flight time 41 minutes. Alright, so I think you have to like cut it into pieces. The like how our plane is cut into pieces now. Alright, so what we can do is we can refresh that. There you go. So now you see the 5 business travelers are still departing, but now they're coming from KCDC to KTVY. So now the second leg has started, and now we've picked up the frozen foods, right? The plane is still with us. That's good. So now if we need to travel, the next airport is in 21 nautical miles. We need just 4 gallons of fuel minimum, and I think minimum is like, if that's the same calculation as in the commercial airlines, that's more than enough already. That includes some contingency there. Minimum is not really like minimum. So 14 gallons should be more than enough. Carry your prop plates back since they're still out on the runway. Yeah, bring it back so we can glue it in. Can you look for your neck too? He tried and failed miserably. The lesson is never try, Homer Simpson. Wiser words have never been said. Okay, so I do want to check what went wrong there before we analyze this further. I do want to check what went wrong. So what I'll do is I'll actually rewind this before we start the flight. Okay, there we go. So what went wrong? What did I do wrong? I think I was flying a bit too low. Look how unstable that is. Goodness. Especially if you fast forward. Okay, here. Ah, yeah, my speed was too low. Normally, I approach runways at around 100 knots. This was very close to stall speed. So actually, yeah, you can see the speed. It's at 80. 80 is the stall speed, more or less. Maybe even less. There we go. That's what happened. So my airspeed went low enough that I actually lost lift. And so that was practically a stall landing. Very bad. Very bad. You have to relive that nightmare. Oh, you can see Alex flying over there. And our props disappearing right there. Nailed it. You nailed it. Pancake landing. Yeah, alright. Hopefully next time we know better. And it gives me that rating again. How nice of him. Alright. So I guess what I can do, and the prop is back. But I'm not feeling very confident that he has that in check here. Alright, so KCDC. Let's see. St. George. KCDC. No. Where are we really? We're in KCDC, right? Where are we? Got confused now with all the stuff happening. Insurance pays for it. I don't think insurance will actually indulge me. Terminal 1. Okay, let's go here. Terminal 1, and then we can taxi to runway 02 through there. That should be close by. And hopefully when I restart this, it reloads the aircraft and stuff. How well that goes. Can't even fly this thing. How much more a bigger plane? Alright. Let's do all those checks again. Ideally, I would not have wanted to actually do this all over. Oh, we have to check the maintenance though. If there's anything else we broke aside from the propeller. I think Alex was able to glue together the propeller fine. It's back. Good job, Alex. A little bit of Elmer's glue did the trick. Not the plane, all the injuries. And a new neck for Jack. Bulk landing, that's what I would call that. A bulk landing. Check the maintenance first. If there's anything we need to repair. We're good. Cowl fairings. Winterization kit. Okay, we don't need that. Everything looks good. Even the tires look good. We even got a bit of money there. Worst landing ever though. Alright, beacons on. Yeah, let me see if I can do this from memory. That's not a good sign, but fine. Mixture, throttle. Do we need to fuel pump again? Let's do it just a bit. Just a bit. There you go. That started. Left lane, let's see how the propellers work, Alex. How good a job you did gluing them back in. Nice job, man. It actually works. It actually works. Alternator. Avionics. Turn on the lights. Huh? We're moving. Maybe I forgot the parking brake, so I'm not sure where we are now. We're somewhere in the middle of the runway. Concorde is ridiculously difficult to fly. You bought the add-on and tried once. You hid the... Rip. So let me see if the engine is warm enough. Yes, it does look like it's warm. And look at the LR running away from me. Run away! Alright, fine. Next leg is U15. And it's only UT15 and it's only like 15 miles away. You can actually drive there. Does it even look like an airport? What the heck? What did I get myself into? UT15. It is flying Rancheros 5764 runway 09. It's not there though. It's a bit sneaky. Okay, runway 09, runway 27. Alright, we will see it eventually. Clear data of Twitch, logged in again, doesn't work, not even audio. I think it's a buffering issue. So it's so much buffering. Maybe it doesn't even load at all. If you can tell, Grace. Alright. We are good. Next leg. Let's move to the next leg. Flight plan. No. Come on. Did that. There we go. Go to the next one, UT15, and activate that leg. There you go. Alright, how is the wind looking like now? KCDC, I guess it's the same. 010 at 11 knots. Okay, that's better, I think. But I'm not sure if the game refreshed it, because the thing here, last updated, 359 at 11 knots actually. 359 at 11 knots. So that's actually pretty close to our runway. Runway is 02. And then the wind is almost coming directly from the north. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Right, before I forget, let's not forget to pick up our passengers again. They have not yet been with us. There you go. 5 business travelers and 209 kilos of frozen foods. This is the second leg of the journey. That's better, I think. Famous last words. Thanks for the audio only stream. Alright, Grace, thank you for the effort. Sorry that it didn't work out. But yeah, catch on YouTube. Landing lights should be good there. Flaps. Yeah. Everything else is looking pretty good. Takeoff trim. I'll just set that to 0 because we won't be climbing so far anyway. Maybe only around 1,000. 6.6, yeah, or only around 6.6 probably. Let me double check. Height for the next one is 5.9, so we can actually climb to around 7,000 feet. No, it's 5.8. 5.8, so we can actually climb to around 6,800. Let's get 7,000, yeah. Just so I have a marker of where I need to climb to. Good. Have a good one, man. Alright, and hope you have a good one as well. Maybe I am lacking some tequila shots. You're moving. Any windsock nearby? Went for a bit of off-roading in there. That's how the wind looks like. Not too bad, okay. Is this the runway anyway? Maybe not, but it's good as a runway already. I don't think it's the runway, but we'll take it. We will take it. It's long enough for a runway. That was the runway. Oh, living like a boss. Raise those flaps and gears. That's the runway right next to it. There we go. Why do you need a runway when that would work? Now, problem is that's a taxiway indeed. But it worked, right? Taking off on the taxiway. That's how pro we are. We don't need no runway. They do that at Oshkosh. I've been hearing about that Oshkosh thing from Aviation 101. Is that like a major aviation exhibit or summit or event? I think we should trim up a little, get some more altitude. It's the largest air show in the world. Wow, okay. Ah, I see. Now, the only Oshkosh I know is like a... And I'm not even sure if this is like a... it's a brand for children's clothes. Oshkosh Bigosh. That's the only brand I'm familiar with. I'm not sure if that's a US brand or maybe only in the Philippines. There we go. That's 7,000. That should be enough. And I think that's the airport right there. You can already see it. No, that might be a different one. That might be the one right next to it. So keep your eyes peeled, guys, because this airport that we're going to is a bit shady. It's a bit sneaky. Right? Nav. Autopilot. Keep it there. Also keep us at... Keep us at 7,000, please. Because I need to look out for the airport. That thing is probably not it. Where is the other one? That's the one you know too. Okay. Airport Slim Shady. Pilot is shady too. For the week of the Oshkosh Air Show, that airport is the busiest in the world. Ah, I see. From the same place, Oshkosh. Ah, okay, so that's a place, so that's why. Alright, that makes sense. That makes sense. Maybe dial that down. 2300, something like that. 22. Little bit of eco-friendliness would go a long way here because we are actually don't have that much fuel. Something like that. Sync the props manually so we feel like a pro. There you go. Is Grimes weather mods working with foggy weather? From what I know, well, last I heard, Grimes mods were mostly not compatible with 1.34 at all. I think he fixed Frosty mod, but not the others. If you don't see the airport, land on the interstate. Oh crap. That makes me so scared. 11 miles away. So we should actually start seeing it. Is it that one? No, it should be straight right in front of us because I have the GPS going there directly. So we should see it. And it should be in there, UT15, runway 09. Okay, so I should be facing straight east to land properly, but we should see it first. Is it that one? I see something there. No, that's the interstate. What's that? Also the interstate. FW should overwrite the climate files in Grimes. If it works with 1.34, yes, then yes, you can mix and match them. But yeah, always keep foggy weather on the top. So the airport that's nearby, what is that? IL9 or LL9? That one I see clearly, that's the one. But the UT15, which is like halfway from here to the airport there, halfway again should be that one. So it should be right across that place there. That one. Maybe it's it. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's underground. Oh, what have we gotten ourselves into? What I can do as well is I can just land there because it's close enough. And I should also still get some money, I think. Not really sure. No weather information. That's a bit crappy. Can I see anything? I see something there. There's a windsock. There is a windsock, guys. Yeah, okay. There's a windsock, alright. So what we can do is actually... I'm nervous whenever I let go of the autopilot. That's the only time anyone feels safe, I think. Is the field in sight? No, windsock is in sight. Or was in sight. But now it's not anymore again. So what I can do is I can fly base here. I can fly at heading 360, facing north completely, and then I just turn right, facing east fully, and we're nearby, something like that. Just eyeball this, or actually no, the opposite. Use the instruments, because the runway should be there. And I guess it would help if we slow down a bit so I have more time to check where we are. So I maybe lower my flaps now. Push a little. There we go. Winds look calmer here, a lot calmer. So that's good. Keep the autopilot on. I don't feel like landing again after what happened last time. We'll do it better. We'll do it better. Believe. Not like you have a choice, but yeah, believe. Okay. Facing east now. Should be somewhere here. I should see it straight away. Where is it? Dang it, I don't see anything. I'll have to pause the game, guys. I'll have to do that thing we do on stream. Finding the airport. Where the heck are you? LOD is maximum, so we should see far. That one, is it?
I think everybody needs a friend, so we're gonna give him one, right?
It is the runway. I think it's right in the middle of the interstate. Okay. Okay. We'll try that. Let's go one more level of laps here. Slow us down a bit more. But maybe I need to also dial down a bit on the throttle. We are approaching too fast, guys. Approaching too fast. I think we'll have to go around. Yeah, we'll have to go around. Let's do it. Let's do this safely. Let's do this safely. Let's do a pattern here. Quiet. Alright. What the heck is that airport all about? That's a new one. I know, right? So strange. And I forgot to even actually maximize these guys, so that's why I was wondering, like, what the heck is happening? It feels so heavy. Right, let's climb a bit. Do a little bit of traffic maneuver in here so we can turn around. Imagine seeing this runway in ATS, what would you do? I know, right? Let's not lose track of it, of where it is. Alright. I think I can turn now. Alright, there we go. So now we can level off here. Now we face completely west. So we should be parallel on the runway. And we should see it pretty soon. There it is. Vaguely, I can vaguely see it. Let's get a bit more distance in here. And then we'll turn base. We'll turn left towards base. And then we'll do the final approach. Let's see how it works. That's a very scary runway. Goodness, why did I decide to land there? And why am I climbing? Okay, now I should be able to descend. Let me get some flaps in. Push, 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 don't climb too much. There we go. Alright, turning base. That should be fine. Keep it there. Where the heck is the runway? Super sneaky runway. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we are. This is the problem. I don't see it at all. I think it's somewhere there. I think it's that one. You guys see it? There. Oh, there. I think I just passed it again. Okay. Crap. You guys see it? Wait. Where is it again? No lights at all. Is it that one? That one it is. Okay, we passed it again. We are exactly in the same place as we were when we did this the first time. Okay, let's try to catch up. Need more flaps in here. Slow me down. Landing gear down. We are doing it this time. We're in a much better position this time, I think. Uh-oh. Race. There we are. A bit too sudden, the turning, but I think the runway is long enough that it can handle us. I think so. We'll see. That's a very short final. Okay, that looks good so far. Land in the middle of the interstate, why not? There we go. Pull up. Oh no, butter. But we have these things in the middle. That was not too bad. I'll take that. That was not too bad. Now, I think it's only the runway and there's nothing else. Let's do a rewind. I think we earned that. And let's see if we actually hit those, whatever those are. Seems like a great plan to have those abutments in the middle of the runway. I know, right? Just to add to the excitement. Breathe, drink. That's a private airport travel strip. I know. Okay, here we are. More or less stabilized approach this time. Kind of. Didn't rush it. Steady descent. Started a bit on the flare. Pitching up, flaring bit by bit. Floated a little. Was a bit shy. And there we go. Not too bad. You can actually see some smoke in there. Cool. Well, I'll take that. Yeah. It's a bit sandy. It's a bit sandy. Nice. Great landing. Thank you. Doesn't happen often. Okay. Let's deliver the thing here. What is that even? Frozen foods. There you go. Finish that flight. Thank you. Now the question is, how do we refuel? We only have 6 gallons of fuel left. And there doesn't seem to be any refueling in here. The prop held together. Yeah, that doesn't happen often. Breathe, drink. Oh yeah, that's what we need. Let's have a look at FSEconomy if it can do something for us. So if I refresh this, there we go. Now it's the 5 business travelers. We're still traveling together, and now we're taking the courier envelope with us, but the other one is not there anymore. So if you look at the log, actually you can see here I lost money, $168 when we dropped by KCDC, but then as we dropped by UT15 I actually earned a bit, so I kind of broke even and had a bit of landing practice in the middle. Get both props. GG. That's as big an achievement as you could have wished for. Fuel. Ground crew fee. Thank goodness there is no ground crew fee. Yeah. Okay, earnings this flight. 168. Okay. Yeah, because we actually didn't get any income. We only got a bit of distance bonus. Makes sense. Because that was too close. The next one, we actually delivered something. And then that's only 17 minutes. 60. Ground crew, yeah, that's the one. Okay, yeah, add a bit of earnings. Okay, good. Where has your gold gone? What gold? You have the gold badge. Okay. Phew. Breathe. Alright, so we need to refuel first before I do anything else. And I think we can only refuel if I stop the engine. So let's see. That's good. Yeah, 6 gallons. Not very good. Now the distance for those two, 176 miles away. So actually we deliver the... Ah, that's interesting. So the business travelers are nearer than the envelope. Is it? UT15 and then U52. Ah, we have to drop by U52 first. Oh, here we go again. Before we go to KDTA, because in U52 I think we have something to pick up. U52, yeah, this is the one. We can pick up like 34 kilos. Alright. So traveling from UT15 to U52, this leg here, that one in red, that's only 19 miles away, 10 minutes away. But I guess we would need some fuel, right? The minimum would be 2 gallons, but I doubt that because we had 14 gallons a while ago. We consumed 12, probably because I kind of screwed it up and had to go around. Okay, we have something in here in UT15, thank goodness. How much do I get? Maybe I just get 20 gallons just to be on the safe side. Okay, that's 20 gallons, that's good. So we can make our way to U52 now. You lost the gold GG from the start of the stream, now it's back. Oh! Yeah, someone was trolling you, I think. So can we start the flight and will that change my fuel level? Let's have a look. If it doesn't, then we're screwed. Okay, right now it's right there. It should be somewhere in the yellow after we start it. It did change. Perfect. Okay, nice. Alright. Alright, let's do this. Why stop that, Alex? So how do we do this then? Maybe flaps 1. I haven't taken off before in a gravel runway. I'm guessing the procedures are quite different. It does feel heavier, definitely. Should I need like full flaps extension here? I have no clue. Let's go to the edge of the runway. I think we'll need it. Is there wind? There is some kind of wind. It's actually a bit tailwindy, that one. But yeah, we can manage. Now where to? Somewhere north, very close by. There's a truck there, so they actually do pass by. Let's see how that looks. So there's like a tunnel, I think. But ideally, probably, the tunnel should be a bit larger, right? Like, where do they come out? I guess this tunnel would go like loops like that, and then up again, and then they come out that other side, because it takes a while for them to come out there. A bit sneaky. It's a bit sneaky. You would put full flaps, but you don't want to take off. So the next destination is 18 miles away. Just a bit farther than the next one, than the other one. And it is right there. Let's have a look at the runway information. U52. At least it's on the map now. Lots of runways. The longest one is 13 and 31. We don't have weather info though, but I think I can maybe make use of my map to get an info on how that looks. See that beautiful traffic pattern? We're kind of overshot. U52. 010 at 12 knots. 010 at 12 knots. So 010 was it? 010. So we should have, this one is the closest, I guess. Or actually 31. Right? 31. Should be 5, 6, around 60 degrees different. It's either one. 31 or 07. And 31 is longer, so we'll take 31. Okay, 31 it is. Let me change my heading bug to 31. You know, actually, what? I'll change my heading bug to face the wind, just so I remember. 010, and then the airport I will then say 31. 31. Okay, so we change it this way. We change this to 31. That way. Good. And we'll change that later as we go closer. Did you land safely? Yes, we did. Actually, it was a bit buttery. It was kind of buttery. Alright, full flaps. I haven't taken off before with full flaps. It might feel weird. Let me also go take off trim here. Okay, maybe 3. It might be too much, but we'll see. And then the altitude of that next airport is 5,900. So yeah, 7,000 feet. Should be 1,000 feet above. That should be more than enough. Okay. Remember to bring the full flaps up one quicker, as airspeed may damage the flap on full. Ah. Wheels off the ground and half flaps. Okay. Okay, thanks for the reminder. I'll try to remember, but I cannot promise. Alright, let's do this. Parking brake is off. Let's go for it. It's a bit shaky. Oh crap. Crap, 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 crap. Stay in the middle. Rotate. There we go. Flaps lower. Actually, retract. And brakes. Pull up the gears. Actually, go remove all the flaps. Alright, we managed it. Yes, you can open your eyes. We are safely up. You guys put so much confidence in me. Thank goodness those things in the middle of the runway, the road, were not real. I mean, they're not like clippable. Otherwise, we would have been really doomed. Why am I going so slow? Is it my altitude? Not really. Am I missing something, guys? Am I missing something? Hi, I'm new here, but tool use for taking screenshots. AJ, welcome back. Control Alt Del is what we use. There we go. That should be fine. Lower the props, mixture, balance a bit. Something like that. That should be okay. Economy mode. We are too high. You've been lurking from the beginning. Thanks, man. So you saw the beautiful landing we did? The first landing. Oh my goodness. Not a proud moment of mine. Not a proud moment. Okay, let's bring up those cowl flaps. That will reduce the drag and should increase our airspeed a bit. Let me also balance the props. There you go. And then increase the mixture just a tad, so you can maybe speed up a little. There you go. There we have it. Now I do want to go straight here because runway is actually that way. So I want to move to the right, to the east, and then turn left. So I think what I'll do is I'll need my terrain information again. There you go. Still climbing here. Still climbing. Let me push down a little. There you go. He never missed. Thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate that. There should be a switch to sync. Yes, there is. But the thing is, I always forget to turn it off. Turn off the landing lights. So the prop sync is right here. But I always forget to turn it off, and I guess you should turn it off when you're landing. So maybe, yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do that. So, let's put that as part of our, how do you call it, memory flow. Oh man, goldfish memory flow. I don't like the sound of that so much, but fine. So we try to put that as part of the landing checklist. Turn off prop sync. Turn on the landing lights, stuff like that. Why are we still climbing? Please go down. Thank you. More memory drown than flow. Exactly. Nailed it. Let's go with that beautiful view again. I realize I don't have autopilot right now, so I'm a bit scared. There you go. It's a bit too much. There we go. So the airport is around 9 miles away. Why is I still facing up like that? That's so weird. I'm already trimming down so much. Airport should be visible as soon as we clear this hill here. So somewhere in the middle there where the interstate is. Does anyone know which highway this is? Maybe we can see the interstate sign somewhere. But that's cool, right? Actually traveling straight on the same route as the runway. As the interstate. Alright, chat. Good luck. Hope there's ice cream or something. Maltesers. Like the sound of that. Okay, is that enough? I think that's good enough. So we might be able to bank left now. And we should be on the approach towards the airport. The runway. Runway 310? Something like that. Actually, why is that facing differently? Was it 350? Do you guys remember? 310 it is, but that is different, that CDI thing. Did that change? I think it did. Okay, fine. Airport should be visible now. Still climbing? No, I'm not climbing anymore. Good. 310. Okay. Where is the airport, guys? Should see it soon. Should be right in front of us, actually. It's that one. Oh crap. Okay. Good. Good. I see it. Here we go again. Always a bit tight with these approaches. Always last minute. But I think we can manage. We're a bit high. But if I can get my flaps on, landing gear, get as much drag as possible. Max the fuel mixture. And remove the prop sync. Landing lights. The heck with the landing lights. That's the last thing we need to concern ourselves about. Okay. Full flaps. It's a very short approach. It's very scary. And the wind is totally blowing from the east, or from the right at least. So I need to put some rudder action in. Oh crap. I'll take that. As long as we land on the runway, I'll take it. Acceptable, as long as it's still green. Okay. Yeah, we didn't die, eh, Sheng? Not the best landing, I know. But we have to make do with what we have. Okay, one sec. Is that a dead end? What the heck? So where do we actually go? Strange. Don't land yet, Jack's still in the fridge. Too late. You have to U-turn. Okay. Oh, there. Okay, right in the beginning. Okay, I see. Single runways like that, you have to U-turn at the end and re-taxi down the runway. Ah, okay, I see, I see. And I think when they re-taxi down the runway, they don't stay in the middle. So something like this. That's how the accident happened at Tenerife. What happened there? Someone was taxiing and then someone landed. Didn't get cleared. Let's do a replay, guys. Not the smoothest, but I want to see. It's for my education. Worst aviation disaster. Yeah, what happened? I'm a bit behind with the stuff. Heavy fog, plane taxiing collided with a plane taking off. Ah, okay, I see. Dang. There you go. Look at that windsock. Super crosswindy. There you go. Crabbing. Side slipping. Forgetting to turn the aileron to the right. Not too bad. And then I nose up last minute. Okay. Okay. I see. Alright. I'll take that. Okay. Good. Welcome back, Jack. You missed the fun? Or didn't you? Or maybe you got saved, actually. Depending on how you look at it. Probably the latter. So what was that, Sheng? Was that a miss on the air traffic controller? Or was there no air traffic controller at all? Oh, yo. What happened with that braking? Look at that braking. Wow. I desynced the props last minute. Yes, because I got a warning that you should desync it. Because I kind of saw the runway late. So it was not the most fluid approach. I did last minute, but I didn't have time to turn on the landing lights anymore. I mean, it's bright anyway, so I guess no one would mind. So where do we stop? I guess we can make a U-turn here. Wait. Look at that fancy maneuver. I think I like these kinds of trips. I'm not sure about you guys, but the constant landing and the constant pressure is kind of exciting to me. Also trying to find the runway. Practicing the approach so that it's stable and not always last minute. That's something that I really need to practice on. Alright, let's go and submit that. Actually, we cannot submit anything, I don't think. No, we need to submit it so that we can pick up the other job that we have. So finish that. And then let's double check how the FSEconomy looks now. Takeoffs and landings are always the most interesting anyway. That's true. That's true. Okay, so we should see now 3 jobs, I think. Right? There we go. Now everything is departing. And then we need fuel. The next one is 70 miles away, KDTA, so that's a bit far now. So at least we can go cruising finally and relax and take some photos again. We can dial down the stress a little. 70 miles should be around 11 gallons. Okay, we only have 15 left. We started with 20, so we consumed 5. It was estimating around 6 gallons for the minimum while ago. So not too bad, no, not too bad. So I think 11 gallons, we have 15. Are you guys happy with that? Should we maybe up it to 20 just to be on the safe side? Let's go with 20. I hope it's not too much though. I don't think so. There you go. Everything is still fitting. We have 231 kilos left with the current load that we have. And we have 20 gallons of fuel. Just enough to make it to KDTA. Did you get ignored? Not anymore. Did you have some comment? I don't see it. I only see most from Sheng. There's good videos on it. I think it's worth a watch. Lots of things went wrong. I will check. Yes, thanks. Yeah, right now I'm splurging on mentor videos, learning a lot about the 737 and about different flight mechanics. Also learning about these disasters and how they could have been prevented, or what the crew did right and what should be done during those moments. So it's quite interesting actually. Like what happens when you have a single engine failure while cruising, things like that. Okay, 70 miles. Yeah, going to KDTA, and that should be our next waypoint. KDTA indeed, 70 miles, perfect. Let me just go and take a look at Sky Vector, because that leg, that's that leg, that's that red one, that's a bit long. Oh, Shadar. 7,888. We can fly to the right of that one, but I think we can actually get a decent altitude now for cruising. Maybe around 8,000 should be good. 8,000? It's a bit close. 10,000 even. How far is that? 70 miles. Yeah, we can climb to 10,000. Just a bit, so we can experience a bit of altitude on this flight. Okay, let's set the target to 10,000, and I will make use of autopilot more, or maybe not, we'll see. Let's start it. There we go. We now have 3 stuff with us. We now have fuel again. I hope so. Oh, there we go. What was that tool that pops up at the top left corner when you take the screenshot? Okay. It's the JFPS wizard thing. It's a very smart tool that adjusts the settings automatically. So it changes the clouds, the LOD, so that you have a stable and acceptable FPS. Runway. Where is the runway? Power went out earlier. It was out for like 20 to 25 minutes. Ooh, sucks. It's even worse than losing Wi-Fi. It's the entire thing. Alright, so the wind was a while ago at, what was it? There. Yeah, 010. We can check, we can double check if it's still the one. 010, yeah, that's right. And altimeter is 3010. There we go. Okay. So I think we can still go with the same runway, 310. Welcome to the stream, man. Glad the power is back so we can join. There's a wizard in that plane sim. It's the wizard. Thanks to that wizard, yeah. Saving us all the way. Okay, we are good here. Alright. Thing is full. Let me turn on the landing lights. Is that on or off? You know, I forget now. That's on. Okay, turn on the landing lights. Can turn off taxi maybe. Alternators are on. Okay, let's go. And we'll be climbing to 10,000. One sec, I forgot something. The takeoff trim. Set that to around 3, so we can climb very fast. And cowl flaps, we need that on when we're taking off, otherwise the engine would overheat. There you go, turn them on. That's also one of the bugs. You cannot use your mouse to drag them all open or closed. They needed to assign separate buttons for them. Okay, good. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, we need plenty of that. Goodness, we need plenty of that. Alright. A lot of people are talking about on Facebook when you looked about the power outage. What was the cause? Did they discover it? 3-1 is, I guess, on the right. I think that's what that means, right? Okay. I need flaps. Double check. Yeah, flaps are good. On the right side, I cannot check. I'm hoping it's okay. Imagine if a pilot does that. I'm hoping it's okay. Okay, that's good. Let's do this. 310. No, I'm actually facing the wrong way. Okay, I got fooled. Maybe that's not how you read that. Okay, U-turn. That should be more than enough runway, right? Wingodia Leviat. I don't think that's Alex's generation. Didn't say anything. Didn't say anything. Okay, let's put the aileron face that side. Maybe let's stay in the middle first. Aileron towards the wind for a bit of crosswind takeoff. Lessen the aileron as we go faster. And then we... Oh, that was a bit rough. That was really rough. But we got there in the end. I got there in the end. There we go. Okay, so now where do we go? CDI. Alright, there it is. Let's actually do that immediately. What is that thing? Stall speed, I guess. Oh, what the heck? Okay, maybe that's not good. It's not good, guys. It's not good. Phew. That was dangerous. That was dangerous. Maybe I should have done that immediately. Okay, something went wrong with the autopilot. And I'm not sure which one it is. Phew. Scary stuff. Alright, so what I can do is actually pitch down maybe. Okay. Let's climb bit by bit. That's a bit too much. Maybe it's too much trim. It's too much trim, definitely. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. So if I turn autopilot now, what will it do? Okay, that looks better. That looks much better. And then if I want to say, take me to 10,000, but go for a flight level control of 100 knots. So you only climb until 100 knots. So you don't go below that. So you make sure that I don't stall. Let's see if that works. So I'm falling now. Airspeed is disappearing, right? Okay, it's working. It's working, thankfully. Right, now I can balance my RPM, lessen that, align the props, and when they're close enough, I can turn on prop sync. Go. And now I can also... No, let's leave it there for now. Until we climb to 10,000. And let me turn on terrain here. Should be good. Oh, what's that thing? Alarm, alarm. That was scary. You're actually like on the verge of stalling, I think. Don't know what happened, that there's going to be maintenance tonight at 10 to 3. Good luck. Yeah, hope you can plan for it. Beeping and shaking aren't good. Wanted to know what is your video. Hey, Chi. Hey, welcome back. Glad to see you back. How are you feeling, man? Thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody. It's not as this stream will not be as as cool as Cheese, but you're happy to stay. You're more than welcome. Wanted to know what is your video graphics settings. You mean for X-Plane? What did I do? Okay, we can probably do that. Let me go. Maybe you can take a screenshot of it. This is how it looks. And then I start from here, but the wizard is actually changing the settings on the fly. So this is not really how it looks like right now, but this is the base, I guess you could say. Welcome everybody. Nice emotes. What are those? Chi-eng. Hype. Got home from the hospital today, so just a short stream. Ah, that is great news, man. Hopefully you're recovering well. That is amazing news. I'm happy you're back. Oh, that is some nice view. Let's go in for the people who have joined with the raid. Let's go with a bit of cinematic shot here for you. Welcome Sam. Welcome Chaos. Thank you guys for joining. Be part of the raid. I like that. A bit of like warm air, that exhaust that comes from the cowl flaps. It's very nice. That looks so real, doesn't it? Now you're just showing off. Alright, now we're cruising. So the autopilot is smart enough. Now we've leveled off that 10,000. And now we can actually bring the cowl flaps up so we can gather more airspeed. And we can also refer to our keyboard here. Get the reference. We do want an economy cruise. Cruise power settings at 20 degrees lean of peak I want. And then around 23 manifold pressure. Is that going to be enough? No, that's not enough. Let's see. We are at 10,000 feet. ISA is 6 plus 6 degrees, so somewhere in between. 10,000 is around 21. Okay, can't even reach that pressure. Throttle is 2300. Let me dial it down. There you go. One sec guys, I'll get back to chat in a bit. Let me just balance this. I'm getting pretty OCD'd here. I'll show you the RPM I'm balancing. So I'm trying to put this to 2300 and then I'm lowering the other one to 2300 like that. And then the rest the prop sync can take care of. Autopilot is tequila time. Good to be home, G. Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine. Your emote is working. Congrats. There you go. All the emotes. Have to take meds now and get some rest. Yes. Speedy recovery for you, Chi. Really nice news. Happy to hear it. Fuel mixture should be somewhere between 10.7 and 11.2. Let's lower that. That's this one. 10.7 to 11.2. That's the one. I think that might be like the lean of peak there somewhat. Alright, let's try that. 10 gallons per hour. That should give us a nice economic cruise. Take care, Chi. See you around. And yeah, get well soon. Speedy recovery. So now what do we do? 16 minutes till we get there. We have lots of space. So what we can do is we can prepare, like good pilots we are, like the good pilots that we are. I don't think that qualifies me, but fine. So we say we look for KDTA. This is a very nice plugin, Aviator Tablet, Avitab. For some planes, it even has an actual integration, so you can actually see the tablet as part of the plane. It's super immersive and perfect for VR. I think the Airbus Robin DR401 has it. Right, we have runway 17 and 35, both the same length. Winds are at 030, 3 knots. Okay, minimal winds, that's good. 030. So if I change the heading bug to that one, heading bug is this one. Okay, and then the runways are 17, which is facing this way, or 35, which is that way. Okay, so 35 it is. 35 it is. So we get that mostly headwind, just a little bit of crosswind. Engine 1 has failed. Mayday, mayday. Yeah, I was looking at videos like that. I was looking at videos on how you manage that, and it's actually quite interesting. Sing. You can't wish. Mana mana. How does that go, Alex? Yeah, there you go. Before I even read it. Mana mana. So I was watching a lot of mentor videos, as I mentioned, and one of the videos was talking about what you should do and what happens when an engine fails. So apparently, let's say one of the engine fails, like on the left. Apparently what would happen is the plane would then start yawing to the left. At least on the 737 is what he said. Because the autopilot doesn't have rudder control. So the plane, which is facing that way, would start facing that way. This is the engine which is... Let me turn off track IR. This is the engine which is failed. It would yaw that way. So the first thing that the pilot needs to do is to step on the rudder pedals on the right to align it like that, and then other things. But it's quite interesting. And then normally you would need to like lower your altitude, because with one engine you can't stay as high up without losing airspeed, and that is risky for like stalling. So actually there are some stuff here, like references. Single engine minimum control speeds, things like that. Auto tune. Voice is so calming. Thanks a lot, guys. Can you be my pilot? This is your captain. Don't worry, we're about to crash, but I have this where my name is Clumsy. I don't think it would give much comfort to the passengers. On landing, Grey Mother kicks in. I think that's true. Yes. If only I had autotune. Yes, I saw that, definitely. The horse. Can't wait for the horse DLC. The horse mod. Wait a minute, let me just double check. At 10,000 feet, we are traveling at 155 knots. Indicated airspeed. Is that in line with what we want here? 20 degrees lean of peak, 23, 23. 10,000, the airspeed should be around 158 and 153. We're at 155. Perfect, right in the middle. Okay, good. That's exactly within the specs, so I think we didn't miss anything. Alright, so with that set, we can check the other references. There's the... Do you guys know what's the difference between angle of climb and rate of climb? The airspeed difference is not that high, so they're quite close to each other, but I don't really know what they mean. But I'm guessing one is the... But yeah, I guess that's somewhere around the the best angle for when climbing. That gives you the best speed of climbing. Maximum glide speed. So I guess that's when you don't have any engine power, you're just basically gliding. This is the one. Engine failure during ground roll. Closed, maximum off. This is when you're taking off, I guess. After liftoff and in flight. Yeah, look at that. procedures. Air start. That is so cool. Emergency descent. Glide, gear up landing. So many emergency procedures. When I become confident enough of the normal flying skills, like cruising, just controlling the plane normally, then maybe we can step into failures. I'm even trying to, like, maybe in the future we can even integrate it with the stream. When I'm confident enough, we can do like a voted failure. Like every random time there would be a vote, and if there are enough votes for the same type of failure, then we can simulate that failure happening, and we would have to do something with it. You know, I was thinking about this, and maybe later on we can automate it, but right now we can make it like a voting system at a random time, and it has to be like unanimous, things like that. Spain DLC. Maybe the Jin speaking. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Buy pebbles in the saw. Who needs hooves? Yeah, I'm really interesting that ETS2 video. I didn't even... well, of course I had no clue what it was. But thankfully, the comments helped me out. So apparently it's the Bulgarian bagpipes. But then some people are saying it's Romanian scenery. So maybe it's Bulgaria and Romania because they're next to each other anyway. So maybe it's the Balkans and Romania. Who knows? Who needs wings when you have gravity? I don't think we'd like gravity against us at this point up. Low ground clearance horse might get high centered. A low deck horse? How would such a thing work? Let's do an orbit. It is confirmed it is Spain. You mean that horse was Spanish? Really mess up the names of the countries and cities. Which one? What did I say? Bulgaria and Romania? Bulgaria? Just goes to show how clueless I am about these countries. Slamming a horse may be frowned upon, especially if it's pebbles. How about a flyby? Can we try a flyby? Let's see. How far away are we? 9 minutes. Actually, that's not too far anymore. Dang, I'm still just having fun here. Yeah, we're almost there. Let me remind me. Runway 35. Okay, so it's almost the same approach here. That's good. But I think we need to start descending. So the airport is around 4,800 feet. So we can descend to around maybe 5,800 or 6,000. Let's see. Let's change the altitude. 6,000. And then we can start slowly descending there. Vertical speed. Start slowly descending. And then I guess I would need to slow down as well. With Romania, we'll get Transylvania. We can visit Dracula's castle. Yeah, that they should put that in. People will be looking for that. Dracula is the only reference I know with regard to Romania. Pegels. Pebbles and Pegels. With Spain, we can go to Benidorm and get more gin. Get the gin. You even have an emote for it. Wow. Hardcore. There's the airport. Should we see it already? There is something there. That might be it. That might be the runway. That seems pretty much aligned. 20 miles away. How fast do we need if I'm descending at around 500 feet per minute? So that's 1,000 feet every 2 minutes. We need to descend 3,000 feet. So that's 6 minutes. And ET is exactly 6 minutes. So that means we need to go faster. Descend faster. Something like that. Jadar. Played with Pegels. What is that? You can set a timer even. Oh, interesting. So yeah, the yoke is pretty cool. I've been really enjoying the yoke experience. It's so immersive and it's so nice to actually see that here, like feel the real thing, the same shape, and actually have that work 1:1. It's so cool. It's quite hard though. It's quite difficult to get used to, but I cannot let go of it. Like I mounted it on the table and I couldn't remove it. So usually I have to work on the same table, so I have to get my laptop in here. And normally I just remove my keyboard, I connect my laptop, my work laptop, and I connect it to the monitor and stuff like that. But this time I can't, because I cannot remove the yoke. So I kind of fit my laptop however possible in the table and at an awkward angle, so I work awkwardly right now just for the sake of keeping the yoke in there, because I'm too lazy to dismount it. Alright, Chaos, thanks a lot for dropping by, and thanks for the raid with G. Yeah, catch you next time. Yeah, I know, that was filled with Jadar. You can look at it so many ways. Does that mean we're driving with the yoke Friday? I was tempted to try it out because you can actually do it. But no, I don't think I'm that far off yet. That looks to be it. That looks to be it. Yes. So I think we have to like get ourselves ready. Once I hit 6,700 or 6,000 rather, I'll try it. I think I'll have to remove prop sync now. May have just gotten more DLCs. Which DLC is that? For the Kingdom Come Deliverance thing? What is Hunter DLC? Oh, you mean the Hunter, the thing you were playing? Let's turn off the terrain. It's always scary when you're landing. There we go. And the runway is that way. Okay. There we are. We're leveling off. Perfect. So now I can maximize the props. Maximize the fuel mixture. Slow down. And we can align ourselves manually.
Caution.
Remove the autopilot. This is it, guys. Here we go again. Let's double check the wind. You know what? Let me double check here instead. Okay, DTA, is that where we're going? Light and variable. Altimeter 3013. Light and variable. Okay, that sounds good. Turn on the landing lights. Actually, they're still on. My bad. Okay, we are slowly slowing down. That's good. Didn't get the geese or duck ones. Flaps down. Push, 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 push. The tendency to pitch up is real. And gear down, throttle down. We're actually a bit too high already. Wow. Latin translation DLC for Kingdom. Why is there a bit where with the, like Latin info there? Thank you for following and welcome to the channel. Feel free to say hi so we can all greet you by name, give you a proper welcome. Okay, I think I've made the field. Flaps full. There you go. Is that okay? Yes, that's okay. I'm a bit slower than I want. Bit slower than I want. Awfully close to stalling actually. There we go. And try to even that out bit by bit. That's the goal at least. There we go. Even that out. Make use of the runway. Don't rush. Don't rush. Oh crap, that's too fast. Oh, come on. Come on. I actually floated again. I don't know why. I think I'm too slow. Something is wrong. So I go too slow. Hard landing, good but early flare. It was a bit hard. G's are hard. Feet per minute a bit too large. That's fine. We call that a firm landing. It was in the middle though. That was the only good thing I can point out there. Let's see how that looks. It's working so well. Not really. But yeah, that was like a good approach. But then I suddenly lost lift. Like look how fast that dropped. And then it got back in again. It's so weird. So if I look at my airspeed, what went wrong? I'm at 97. It's a bit slower than my usual approach. And then I guess when I pitched up, that actually let me fall. Maybe I just didn't pull up fast enough. Yeah, maybe that was my fault. I need to go to the gym more to pull on the yoke stronger. Okay, let's do that one more time. Slow-mo. So at that point, I could have actually pulled up a bit more. Yeah. I didn't... actually, I was not expecting the ground to hit that fast. So you can see if I go outside here. I was expecting it not to hit yet. So I wasn't flaring. And then I started flaring, but it was a bit too late. And actually hit the ground already. And then I had a bit of lift left. So... and then I landed again. And this time maybe a bit more... just a little bit more subtly. So 2 landings in a row. But in the middle. I hate it. So hard. Alright, Scotsman. Have a good night. I'll announce the China thing on Discord. And for those who are still in the stream, we will be... yeah, we won't have a stream next week, unfortunately. Because I'll have to go to China for business next week. I'll catch you guys the week after. But I have some videos prepared and hopefully I can manage it still every day. Oh, there's actually a road here. Nice. Let's bring those flaps up. Good landing. Not so much. Not so good, but I'll take it. At least we didn't crash. Assume that the ground effect is stimulated. What do you mean, Alex? You have to transcribe Latin in the monkey and eat humble stew every day. I can imagine how complicated it can get. What does that mean, Jack? That thing you typed. You really need to expect. You really need to keep watching the streams. You don't expect those JDARs. Are there even more coming now? Even that was a JDAR, huh? Goodness. Everything's a JDAR. That's our turn, looks like. Yeah, that's the one. You can't have a low deck horse. Why not? But it's so cool. Imagine his belly would be like an inch from the ground. But where would his legs be? Maybe we can stop here. No one home but us. Everybody tried to go away. Something like that should work. Ah, look at that parking. Not too shabby. Okay. With that out of the way, we should be able to... Actually didn't on my taxi lights, that's fine. It's daytime. GG. Came back, cannot be base with a deco. That sounded so bad. That sounded so bad. There we go. Still have 8 gallons of fuel on board. Okay, so that was not too bad calculation. Good thing we put in some extra, huh? So where did we go? Which airport was that? KDTA, right? So we should have delivered the baggage already. There we go. And now we have 2 left. Alright. Damn, can I even finish this in the stream? Didn't realize the time. We earned 174. We're barely breaking even here. We're traveling so far, but we're just breaking even. Dang it. Okay, let's check. The next one is KTVY and then KSLC. I think I got that a bit inverted though. KTVY and then KSLC. Oh, I missed the KSLC part actually. Okay, okay. Yeah, I missed the KSLC part. The ground effect is the bubble of air that you encounter near the ground. Oh. Ah. Yes, I see. Yes, I think it is. I think it is implemented. I think I watched that somewhere. You use it to float a bit. Yeah. Usually cut the engines when at the start of the runway and use the ground effect to land. I tried that one time. I splattered on the ground. I think I was a bit too high and I was descending too fast. I think you can cut off the engine only when you're when you have a stable approach, huh? Not like my kind of approaches. Dang it. Okay. That is 74 miles again. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. That is 74 miles to the next one. 11 gallons. Okay. Let's go 20 again. Let's go 20 again. Oh, that's super expensive. That's super cheap. The Otis one. There we go. Can we get any job here in KDTA? Let's have a look. Maybe there is something. We should have been looking for that more. If there's something going north, there's nothing really. Okay, nothing on the way. But you could actually pick up something along the way. KDTA to UT15. No. To KSLC and KTVY. KTVY first though. KTVY is actually the, what do you call that? Bolinder Tool Valley. The other one is Salt Lake City actually. Delivering 1 kilogram of envelope. That must be a very important contract. Start the flight. There we go. Fuel is back. 2 assignments loaded. And we can go. Airfin. Yes, flying X-plane again. Cannot get enough of it. Even though I'm not good at it. But I really like it. In airliners, you cut the engines at the middle marker on approach. You cut the engines at the middle marker on approach. So after you cross the threshold, welcome back, man. Rate of descent and angle would be critical for catching that bubble. I can imagine so. Yeah, that's a good tip. Thanks, guys. So KDTA, this is where we are. Winds are light and variable. Yeah. Altimeter 3013. Yes. Wind visibility more than 10. Okay, so we can actually use runway 35 again. Right? So I have to... 35 is that way north. That's north. Okay. There's the wind, barely there. That's good. So I think I can go the same way. Yeah, 1735. 35 is that way. Okay, let's go that way then. Alright, let's do this. Second to final leg, or maybe the final leg actually, because I'm not sure if we can finish everything in the stream. I'll just finish it offline. But the main event here would be to deliver these passengers. But this is nice. This is actually the kind of economy system that I've been hoping for ETS2. Man, that lighting is really good, huh? The reflection is very nice. So subtle, so realistic. How are you doing, Rifin? How have you been doing? You cannot be base with the deck of the horses. Oh, what a disaster that is. What is that? X marks the spot right there. I think I'm going a bit too fast here. That sounds so wrong. So many JDARs in that one. Limitless JDAR opportunity. All your base are belong to us. I can actually take off from here. Okay, maybe let's do it the right way, right? Maybe let's do it the right way. But maybe I should have analyzed first how high we should get. I'll have a look at the flight plan. Wrong rudder. I'm still getting used to the rudder on this yoke. Still confused when it's left and when it's right. Because I'm using just my left hand. Wow, this is quite long. Let's slow down a bit. 3-5 to the left. Okay. I should have stopped there. Okay, this is 3-5. Let's stop here for a sec. Let me analyze sky vector, make sure we're not missing anything. Let me check the altitude that we should be flying at. So that's this leg, 74, right? No. It's actually, can you click that? There you go. It's this one. Okay. So we have 5495 mountains. We have 8964 mountains. So let's climb to 10,000 for sure. Unless we can also avoid it. For reasons of national security, pilots are requested to avoid flight at and below 8,000 MSL in this area. Oh, I wonder what that is. Let's go there. Let's see what that is all about. Let's climb to 10,000. Let's avoid those mountains because those are above 10,000. That's the Lewiston Peak. And yeah. Let's see how it goes. 4322. Okay. 10,000 it is. Descent calculator, I don't. I kind of do my own maths. That's why I'm so sucky at the descents. Do you have a quick, easy descent calculator? Is that a plugin? There we go, runway 35. I saw the number. Let's go. Just one level of flaps here. Explain tools, descent. Have a look. Figure miles from target, figure vertical speed. Okay, so which one do you want to figure out? I see. Cool. Cruise target, so let's say 10,000. And we have the runway is 4,300. Okay, so let's say 5,500 is the target. Basically 5,500. And figure when we should start descending. Calculate. Missing input. What is speed below 10,000? I don't know. 160? Descent feet per minute, 1,000. 12 miles. There you go. Which kind of makes sense because you have to descend 4,000. Ah, cool. Locked away with the UFOs. Area 51. Oh, that's true. Right. And get shut down or just disappear. Yeah, maybe some kind of beaming like Star Trek. That's cool. Thanks for that tool, Jay. Very interesting. Right. Taking off. Onto the possibly last leg of this flight. That is very unstable. Wants to veer to the left non-stop. I'm going to rotate here. Get rid of that problem. There you go. Look good. Bring those up. Actually, don't put the nose down, please. Thank you. Right, and this is actually on the way. This is nice. There you go. So let's do that magic again. Let me go for FLC, hit nav, and autopilot. Okay. Do you have it? Climbing at an insane rate there, but the airspeed is good. Yeah, should be fine. And probed. Oh, I don't think we'll like getting probed. I don't think your undercarriage will last much longer. OMG. Turn off the landing lights as well. We can now lower the props to 2,500. We will sync it later when we start cruising, but while we're climbing, I think we want to keep that in to get as much power as we can get. Okay, looks good. There you go. That is such an amazing tool. That perfect for ascending, for climbing. Hey Barry, not too late, not too late. Yes, we still have one leg. Oh crap. Yeah, my bad. Actually forgot something. Cowl flaps. Yeah, that's why we have a high engine temperature there. Open the cowl flaps and reduce the engine power. Okay, let's reduce the engine power just a bit. Help the thing cool down. And then we will... we can maybe step it up later. Yeah, that's something I shouldn't forget. Cowl flaps are on. Are open rather. Yeah. Slow down maybe. Ease up on the engine a bit. Make that climb more subtle. And then open the terrain. Make sure we're not going to hit anything. Thanks, yes. There we go, no more warning. Been trying to continual save game. Is there a new feature of the save game? What? How does it work now? That's pretty cool sounding. Now we can do a job in 2 sessions. Ah, oh, thank you. Yes, I've been waiting for that. I have been waiting for that. That is perfect for when we get into our Steam job, because we'll definitely need all the help we can get there. We'll need to have a save point so we can restore when we screw up. It's not if, it's when we screw up. We're almost at 10,000. There was an update yesterday, last night. Cool. I'll have to check it. The video I recorded was done a few days ago, and it will be released, I think, still next week. But we had a bit of checking out the Steam train there. It's interesting. I was looking at the quick jobs reference. There were like 19 steps. Goodness, 19 steps. Yeah, I managed to move it, but I don't think I can do a proper job with it. There are so many things you have to mind, and it's like something that is meant for multiplayer maybe. Complicated, yeah. That sums it up pretty nicely. There we go. That's what we want. Let's go and do the checklist. Actually, yeah, cruise checklist. Cruise climb, cowl flaps. Now we should be able to. Okay, let's do that first. Propellers 2500 RPM. Yeah, that's good. Fuel boost pumps off. Cowl flaps closed during cruise. Let's close them. And maybe press here first. Close them. There you go. So that we get faster speeds. Power set, so we set that to around that point. Let's put that 20.7. That's the highest I can go. Fuel boost pumps as required. That's off right now. Mixture set using EGT. Okay, all right. That's all well and good. So let's set the references. Why did I close that? Steam locals are pretty cool if you know how to train them. I think I am the one who needs to be trained. Okay, let's check that one. That's the one I want. Go down to 2300 revs. Okay, balance it out. And then prop sync. Perfect. Now at 10,000, ISA plus something should be somewhere in the middle. 21, yeah, 10.7 to 11.2. All right. No. My bad. There we go. Wrong throttle. What was it? 10.7 to 11.2. That's the one here. So somewhere around that point would be probably lane of peak somewhere. One sec. Just really trying this as subtle as possible. This is the problem with digital dials. My OCD tendencies are really triggering. So I have to max it out. I have to go to the right decimal point. Okay, I think that's good. We can really start cruising now. Just a matter of getting used to. Also, the water capacity seems to be too small. I ran out of water the other day. When the water runs out, do you just refill it, or do you have to do some procedures to get it started again? I don't have water anymore. ETE is 18 minutes. We are actually... How long is the stream? 10 minutes left. I think I will need to speed it up so we can finish at least this part. Alright. And the calculator was saying at which point should we be descending at 12 miles. Okay, okay. 12 miles. Yeah, it's still far away. So far away still. Alright. Without water, it's not a good idea to run a steam engine. In real life, when water runs out, you go boom. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. I see. Alright, let's speed up here. I wasn't able to explore the flyby anymore. I'll do that next time. Go faster. We'll stop a bit when we get to Area 51, quote unquote. And then we'll take a look at what's in there, why they don't want people to go below 8,000 in there. Come on. We are almost there. We are seeing it. It should be right below us. There's nothing there. Maybe it's that sneaky, huh? Maybe it's that sneaky. Yeah, speed up the... Well, what we did technically was sped up the speed, the airspeed. But the time was the same because simulating the time is a lot more intensive on the CPU. So there are two ways of speeding up flight here in Explain. One is ground speed and one is the actual time. The time is a bit hard on the CPU, so you can only speed it up until around 2-3 times depending on your CPU. But the ground speed is easily increasable without needing extra processing power. That's what they want you to believe, that there's nothing there. That's true. Maybe it's a grass runway. Let's have a look. We should be right on top of it. Right on the edge of it at least. So if I go look down exactly, we should see it. There. Maybe that point or that one. Yeah, maybe it's that one, huh? Looks like city. A city. Or an industrial area, maybe? Actually, I'm not so sure. Cool. Alright. Moving on. KTVY is actually nearby. And I should actually have a look at my reference here. Descend when I'm 12 miles. Maybe I'll give it a bit of buffer. 15 miles, I'll descend to 5,500 feet. Actually, I'm almost there. Let me see. Also, which runway should we be taking? Sand landing. Usually these things are not visible in maps available for public. That's true. Maybe they didn't put it in the orthophotos intentionally. Maybe they kind of blocked it out. We are going to KTVY. Okay, 010 at 3 knots, so the north heading should be good. Runway 35 should be where we're landing. We set that 010. Is that right? 010 at 3 knots, yes. Heading 010. CDI set that to 350. Something like that would be how the runway would look like. Shouldn't have done that. There we go. Because I actually had the GPS on. Alright, let's start our descent. So the descent should be 5,500 feet if I remember correctly. Vertical speed 1,000 feet per minute. And then it doesn't have auto throttle, so I think we'll have to lessen the throttle on our own. Nuclear test in operation. I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Descent, altimeter. That's a good point. Altimeter. I should set the altimeter. Altimeter is 3018. Okay. It's a bit far from us. There you go. Altimeter 3018. Mixture full set. Oh, should go full already. Interesting. Cowl flaps are closed. Flaps as required. Off for now. Power as required. Okay. I should lessen the power actually. Is that the same? Do you guys think? The mixture says full set. During landing, it says the mixture has to be full rich. Oh, it's actually hidden from you, huh? Mixture full set. Is it different from full rich? I have no clue. I'm just going to keep it like this. We are descending pretty fast. But we are getting there bit by bit. We see the airport. We should have it in sight already. That's the one. That's the one. Has some pappy lights even. Good thing. You should actually approach it at a better angle. So what I'll do, go and do that. Maybe use the heading. Use the heading for the autopilot instead of the nav. So it faces that way a bit, and then I can just face it back when I get to the right angle. Something like that. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Turn off prop sync. Turn on landing lights. And head 350. This thing turns so sharply, doesn't it? Super sharp. That's us. Not too bad. But we are approaching super fast though. "11 AM hype guy left." We'll be just in time to land this thing. Quote unquote land this thing. I'm actually at idle here now. Just trying to descend. But as soon as I hit 152, I can get my gears and flaps ready. There we go. Flaps help me with the slowing down. Gears help me with the drag. Should be okay, and now I'm slowing down even more. I should even be able to get my flaps ready. Okay, there we go. Get that last level of flaps in. Turn that off. Let's do this. A bit sharp. Let's descend a bit faster so we can make up for it after a while. When you cut the engines off and try to land. Yeah, I'm a bit scared. The last time I did that, it did not go so good. Look at that. Very low airspeed again. That's why I'm very hesitant to slow down even more. Oh crap, that's a bit too much. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, there's something wrong. Okay, let's try that one more time. There's something different with the engine. Something different from when I was doing the landing practice. I am slower. I think I damaged something in the engines. Dang it. That was not the practice landing I've been doing. Oh well. Helicopters, probably not. Not my jive. I think maybe only when I'm fully comfortable with planes, but not in the middle for sure. It's too much of a different experience. Good but early flare. Let's try that. Let's see how that looks like. Damn. I was not happy with that landing, to be honest. Bouncy, bouncy. It looked good in slow-mo, but then with that bounce, it didn't anymore. Actually, it looked quite good, huh? Except for that bounce. Didn't seem too sharp. But yeah, maybe because of that lift that I still had. So maybe I should be braver with cutting the engines and then lifting up more. Yeah, I didn't cut off. I didn't go to the... I didn't cut off my engines fully. I'm still afraid to do that. Alright. Okay, okay. Fine. See the marker before the runway. Oh. Yeah, point it out to me. Marker before the runway. Yes, before the number. Is that when you cut off? Slow down a bit. Maybe lower the revs. Just turn easily and smoothly. What did I think about? That's, I think, what happens every single time. That's why my landing never improves. Whatever I try to learn gets forgotten a few minutes later. Actually, we can park here. Goldfish landing calculations, exactly. It's a bit too sudden. One sec. Put that somewhere in the middle, like so. Parking brakes. There you go. I'll take that. Around 30 to 40 feet before the runway, align with arrows. That's where you cut. At that point, how fast are you descending? Like 300 feet per minute? Let's open the flaps, cowl flaps. Put the flaps up. Turn off the landing lights. Actually, turn off the lights. Turn off the avionics before we turn off the thing. cut off the fuel. Both are good. And we have arrived. Let's have a look at our tires. How badly done they are. Yeah, the walk around's a bit buggy as well. You can see it's not aligned. Current tire status. Actually, it's still good. Interesting. That's actually pretty nice. Ah, cool. Alright. Let's not forget to deliver the job because this is the highest paying one. This is the main event. There we go. Still have 9 gallons of fuel on board. Prop status? Roached. He survived. Okay, let's have a look. If you go to my flight, I still have 1 job, I think. Yeah, I'll take care of that later. I'll use that as landing practice maybe. We go to logs, there we go. So we earned all that stuff. We only earned 2,000. So I started at 10,000. We are only at 2,700 right now after all that work. But then we got a little bit of experience, so I'll charge that to experience instead. You go by speed, not descent. By that point, all focus should be feeling. Use the force, Luke. Yeah, I think I need more of that. For some reason, my approach has been so much slower compared to when I was doing all the stuff I was doing. So I'm not sure. Maybe my props were not full. Yeah, that's what I forgot, I think. Maybe that's why. Prop sync is off. Anyway, I'll figure it out later. Well, we made it. We made it. That was quite a multi-legged journey. I'm hoping to get more of those in and maybe more sites to see in the near future. Thank you for staying with me, guys. Hope you didn't fill up so much of your bags, so many. Thank you for hanging out with me. Yes, I'm really enjoying this. It's a stressful time sometimes, especially it gets frustrating when the landing isn't nailed, but it's a work in progress. We'll get there eventually, hopefully. You go for a takeoff speed when touching. Oh, that's a good guideline. So 80 something is the... Okay, right. Just takes some getting used to. Yeah, I think I'll need more of that. Thanks a lot, guys. GG, everybody. And have a good day. I'll catch you on Friday, right? For some more trucking that time. Thanks. Have a good one and good luck to us. You need to feel it. Yes, definitely agree. At that point, when I'm close to the runway, I don't look so much at the instruments anymore. At least much less than when I am above. But this time it didn't work. We'll see. More feeling required. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.